Hello. It says we're live right there in the corner. We're live.
We are live. We are good to go. So happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
I brought my loving bear friends.
Your Care Bears?
Yes, and my Care Bear over there.
Oh, if I had known, I would have brought my Care Bear. The Illuminati has destroyed all the Care Bears, so they're very special.
Oh, this is Grizzly. Grizzly has been with me since I was 2 years old, and so I was as big as this when I first made friends with this bear. And this is my newest friend, Grateful Bear, reminding me to be grateful.
Oh, awesome! Is he related to the Grateful Dead in any way?
Maybe. He's actually my speaking buddy, and he's my cuddle buddy. He's so soft.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Well, I have two kitties, but they're off busy playing somewhere. So those are my companions today. Monkey Cat and Shaolin, who live here at the Abode.
So today we wanted to share about the Bodhi Abode first, I think, because the wonderful Carri is going to be hosting me. My name is Keira, and I will be joining Carri at the Bodhi Abode in Winston-Salem, North Carolina in March for an amazing event. So Carri, will you tell us about the Bodhi Abode? What is the Bodhi Abode?
I would love to share with you about this project. The Bodhi Abode is actually my home. It's a house that was built by my parents, and I recently took the space and I've been converting it into a workshop space for teaching and sharing. And it's also a place for body work and healing. I do offer several different kinds of services and invite other practitioners to come in and share with the community. So the project's really just getting started. I've only been in the house about a year now, and processes have been going on. So it's good. This will be our first official hosting of and facilitating a workshop with a guest instructor, and I'm really excited to have one of my most favorite people and most special friends in my Qigong and Tai Chi universe, Miss Keira Lani. So this is really awesome, and I'm so looking forward to having you come and visit and share what you have, your talents and knowledge, with my community. So looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome. March 16th, 17th, and 18th is the weekend. So put it on your calendar.
And come and visit the amazing Bodhi Abode and share and practice with us. We are going to have an amazing time together, sharing in tea and Tai Chi and yoga and Qigong, and go really deep into self-awareness and self-care. And we are going to have outdoor activities. We're going to watch a sunrise together and share in amazing healing foods. Carri is a master healing chef, and she share amazing foods with us. She really focuses a lot of her awareness on this. So share about your healing food journey a little bit, so that we
Absolutely. Well, food is always a touchy subject for people. So I know how it can be. There's so many different diets and different protocols out there, and everyone has an opinion on what the right diet is and what you should do. So I take a kind of what I call the middle path approach to eating and to health. I believe that all things in moderation is really the key to coming into a better alignment with our food and how we relate to our food. So part of what I teach people is about their relationship with their food and cultivating a responsible way to eat that is also fun and enjoyable and tasty and delicious and nourishing. Very nourishing. That's the main key component of my foods is that each meal is designed to bring together ingredients that are supporting our immune system, supporting the way our bodies heal, and the ingredients, the phytochemicals that we need for healing, as well as a taste of and texture of really wholesome and nutritious foods. We do eliminate some foods, but we're not very strict about that. We want to make sure that you have access to all different kinds of things in the middle path. But we do emphasize creating nourishing foods that heal. So that's what I'm really excited to share. And I'm actually doing a 10-day cleanse right now, which is designed to help clear and restore the digestive system to optimal health and really clean out anything that's like parasites or candida that are causing problems in the digestive system. And so that's something I do about 3 times a year for myself. And I'm looking forward to finishing that cleanse and having cake on my birthday. So, it's about balance.
Absolutely.
But yeah, for the workshop weekend, we'll be having 1 meal per day, and that will be still remains to be seen what that meal will be. We'll be doing some menu planning, and when I get everyone's feedback about their favorite foods, and see what we can come up with for the weekend.
Wonderful. Yay. Well, I think this is like the perfect day to share about this on Valentine's Day, because my personal passion is to practice self-love, which means to me self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-care. And so that is a big theme of what I like to share with others. And it's such a personal journey, and yet we can really support each other on the journey. And so that's where a big part of my passion lies, in my own personal practice, really allowing myself to feel and heal and expand my experience of life in that way. So
what's the biggest part of your practice in terms of self-care? How do you approach that in your daily life?
Okay, the first step is listening to the body in terms of, like we were talking about, what we put in for nourishment. So that does include food or tea, choosing to have tea instead of having coffee every single day. But that also includes what I put into my body in terms of breath practice, I think, is the foundation for me. And then movement practices. If I get outside and I do some Tai Chi or Qigong and breathe the fresh air, then I just feel energized and ready for my day. If I pay attention to the words that I say to myself, that also something we take in and process in our body. So the words that I say to myself and I say to others are part of the nourishment and self-care that I offer myself. And so that's a big part of the self-care practice, is just to stay aware of that, but then to be patient with myself and accepting. That is the most important key for me in my self-awareness practice, is to accept where I am on a given day. So if I'm having a low energy day, if I'm having a down emotional day, then I just breathe with it. The breath, I think, is the primary tool for me in my self-care practice.
Yes, that is one of my key components too. I absolutely, if it weren't for the breath work, I don't even know how I would be a living, breathing person right now. The breath work has healed me on so many levels, and continues to help me in my daily practice get through all different kinds of challenges. And the beauty of the breath work is there's so many different kinds, and there's so many different ways to explore that. So it never gets old or boring. And it's always exciting to learn new and different techniques and different ways that people experience the breath, because it is so inspirational and nourishing. And I have a few particular favorites. Nine Breath, which you and I studied together at the Supreme Science Qigong Center, and how we made friends, is one of my favorite techniques. And I was just using that this morning to help bless the water that I put in the tea. So every time I fill the water container in the carafe for the tea, I always bless it. And Nine Breath is a really great way to inspire and heal the body, as well as send energy. So I always send energy to the water, and healing energy into the water, so that whoever drinks that is actually infused with healing love. So it sounds woo, but there is a very real vibration that we can place through our intention. And that's something I really have found to be personally nourishing, as well as something I can share with others, even though it's kind of not a direct sharing. It's like an in the water, it's deep, and it's subtle, so it's sweet.
Beautiful. And I love how you use the word inspire along with the breath, because that word part, spire, is part of respire. It's part of the breath. And that's an inspiration. The breath practice for me is bringing my focus back to what inspires me. And sometimes when I'm having, like I was saying before, a low energy or a low emotional day, I can use these breath practices just to become re-inspired and lit up again and back on track with where I really want to be with my day. And so when I come to North Carolina, I've actually been, I also love the Nine Breath, and I've learned a lot of other methods, and I've been really enjoying combining them. And I'm really excited to share some of these new inspirations that have come through in my practice with you. It's really
excellent. Well, you've also recently done some new some training with Dr. Yonka. So that's an incredible teacher who is a bank of wisdom in our lineage, and working closely with him is such a blessing, as we worked with him recently in October, I guess it was, in California. And you got to go on and do another level of training with him that I want to learn from you, what you got to do there. So that's really exciting. I know that working with him and combining some of the different styles that we've learned through his practices has been really powerful. What other schools have you studied in terms of Qigong or Tai Chi or even yoga? Give me a little bit of your history.
Yeah, well, I started out as a yoga practitioner, and I like to say my first yoga teacher was my mother, because I started yoga when I was very, very small. And then my teacher training background in yoga is primarily Anusara style. I have over 500 hours of Anusara training with a lot of amazing certified Anusara teachers, and then I did the Supreme Science Qigong that you did, and so we share a lot of the same. We share the Supreme Science and Dr. Yanka's level 1, and then
we went to China together. How could we forget to leave that out?
No, I actually, I have been combining some of what we learned from Yan Laoshi in China with some of what I learned from Dr. Yanka, and it's so amazing. And then it's also gets combined in with some of what I learned in my yoga training, because the yoga is really deeply integrated into my practice. And it's so much fun to see how these things flow together and fit together and just expand the power of the offering. It's really
sounds incredible.
So another thing I have that
your voice just cut out on me.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
You're back. You're back. I don't know if that was a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, I don't either. So anyways, anyways, the other thing that's kind of fun that I like to add in is I did belly dancing for several years, and I don't really perform belly dance anymore, but my body has all these fun isolations, and it's such a powerful way to create physical fitness as well as fun creativity. So I've been adding creativity and dance. I love to dance. Dance is one of my favorite ways to inspire myself and just bring extra joy and liveliness into my world. And so
that's so awesome. That's another thing that you and I share together is the dance. And that's one thing I really want to bring it to the table here more is just some creative movement, inspired movement, connecting in, whether it's ecstatic dance or yoga dance, or really moving with the body in a way that's free and freeing. So that's we'll have to do some ecstatic dance together when you come. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm just pulling on all these things because my real passion right now is to create my unique offering, to access my creative power and thereby inspire others to access your creative power, because we all have the power to create our own reality. And really all we have to do is give ourselves permission to do that. But these breath practices and movement practices can really help unlock that place within us. And also the quieter meditation practices are a really good place to go to touch in with what is my authentic voice and how can I bring that forth into the world.
Absolutely. Yeah, learning our internal, tapping into our internal awareness and the practices that we've learned, especially with Yang Lasha, the Neigong practices of internal alchemy. These are really, really powerful. And when we quiet everything and go within and we listen, we're very still, that's when we can access this internal power that we sometimes forget we have, you know. So this is going to be a really big part of our Spark in the Dark workshop, working with that solar plexus fire, that internal Dantian, that where we really can access and manifest from in alignment and truth with our true highest self, you know, our most aligned self. So that's what I am also excited about, sharing those practices not only with you but with anyone who's interested in cultivating this inner fire that we're going to be working on, who wants to come out and go dive within and really experience this for themselves. Not just on an intellectual level, but really getting into the physical and the deeper layers of self that are within the body. So, yeah. Inspired movement, breath work, and deep diving. And we're going to do a workshop on accessing our inner superhero. So this is really where our solar plexus, our inner will come forward and show itself in a way that's, again, not intellectual, but on a deeper internal alchemy level.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so excited to dive deeply. And I was thinking a lot about what I said earlier, that this practice is such a beautiful community practice, and it's also a really deep internal personal practice. And so for anyone who watches this video, I would love to get feedback on just where you are at in your life, and what are some of your challenges that and maybe there are things that you would like support with. Maybe you have some amazing ways that you cope that you want to share with the greater community. I'd love to start a conversation about this and kind of hear where everybody is on their journey, and how we might, as a community, support each other in a greater, fuller experience of life and expression of truth, as Carri so cogently put it.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. And I guess just reach out to us on Facebook or through our event page, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can if you are interested in scheduling our time with us and registering. I'll be glad to get in touch with you. So send us a note.
Yeah, we'll be sure to post that information so you can come check us out on Facebook. And I look forward to meeting everyone who wants to join us on this journey within to expansion.
Awesome. I love you. It's good to catch up and share a little. And we'll be meeting again next week. If anyone else would like to join us, I think we're going to try to do a live feed so that we can have comments and questions and answers about the event and anything else you guys want to ask us. So we'll look forward to that.
Yes, wonderful.
Wish us luck with our technical prowess. All right. I'll let you exit.
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah, we will be unfolding our technical prowess in the process of unfolding this event and this connection. And so
across space-time in the quantum field.
From Bear's Bend to Bodhi Abode.
Oh, much love. Thank you.
Love to all.